Hey there, and welcome to the new Retro Tech channel. And today's episode, I'm going to be talking about some of the random finds that I recently picked up for the channel. So, as this is a fairly new channel, I thought I should really explain in this episode what the channel is all about. So, I absolutely love old technology. I've been a big fan of utilizing what you have, making good use of it, finding ways to improve it, finding ways to use it in today's society. And one of the first things I kind of came across was old PCs. Everyone's getting rid of their old PC. Everyone's upgrading. We upgrade them so many times, and that's the whole idea with PCs, is that they are upgradable. Motherboards can be taken so far, and then obviously and CPUs, and then you get switch up to the next generation, etc. And software makes use of it, which means old software or old hardware and some of the old software is no longer viable. But one thing I really loved was my old games. These games are not available or are no longer suitable for things like on the Steam store, and they were designed for Windows XP, etc., and they just don't exist anymore. And that's such a shame, because I don't get a chance to play it. So it got me thinking about whether or not I could build a nice few retro tech PCs, and what out of the old hardware out there is available. Now, before I get to PCs itself, I've got some PCs I picked up. I've kind of set this budget of around £20. And I went hunting on Facebook Marketplace, and I came across a guy who was selling under old PC tech. He said he had a box of old PC tech that he no longer needed from upgrades that he'd done, and would I be interested in it for £20? And of course I said, well, why the hell not? Let's take a chance on it. I had no idea what was going to be in the box, so yeah, this is what we had. I haven't had a proper chance to dig through it. Obviously, I picked it up, put it in the car. I've since moved house and moved to this new location. But yeah, let's grab the box out. Oh, so there's two boxes. This one of these has got its address on, so I've just got to make sure. Yeah, and there's this box here, which I haven't had a chance to properly look. He mentioned a power supply, but I'm not. Doesn't feel like a power supply. So yeah, let's have a look at what we've got. So this cost me 20 quid. I don't know what the retail value of any of this is going to be, but we have an Asus A88 XM Plus. I do actually remember this board. I'm fairly certain I had this in an old system I built. It had a lot of goods. If I remember, there were things a lot you could do with this board at the back of the time. It's already got a CPU in it. An A46300. Not the fastest chip in the world, but for the board it was good. PCI 3.0, yeah. Sorry, PCIe 3.0. And two USB 3 ports. I almost judge the age of a motherboard now by the USB ports. If it's got USB 3, then you're kind of like, okay, and HDMI built in. Okay, put that down there, out the way. We've got another board that was in here, another Gigabyte board, much older. So the GAP55 2.0 PCIe, no USB 3 on this one. Does still have its cooler, and it's still got its processor. So we'll build a test bench out of these and we'll have a look. No, obviously HDMI, so a much older board, probably 5-6 years before that other one. Okay, we're now getting into what looks like graphics cards. We have a GT640 2GB card. Interesting. So we've got a couple of display. So we've got a couple of DVIs, VGA, and HDMI. So it does give you a few options. And now with these sorts of technology, or these sort of display ports, you do get adapters as well. So you can do certain things with them. You're not going to get no 4K resolution, and at a 2GB card, you're not going to get that anyway. So we'll put that down there out of the way. We have another Gigabyte card again. So DVI, VGA, and an HDMI. But for coolers, I think the cards themselves look good as far as the general standard of them. Don't know what size. This is a 1GB card. Can't really tell the RAM modules on this. My eyesight is definitely going. I could probably look those up. Samsung RAM chips. My guess is probably 256 megabytes. I reckon it's a 1GB card. Again, for old retro tech PCs, that's not a problem. We have very nicely VGA cable, always useful. We have a power cable. I have so many boxes of power cables, it's ridiculous, but you never know, you always need them from time to time. Okay, we have random cable adapters, power adapters. Ooh, this looks like the front. Yeah, this would have been a front from a PC. So audio inputs and standard. Yeah, never really ever going to use that. So audio inputs and standard USBs. Bit of tissue, which is always worrying. I guess there was probably a card in here. Oh, we've got some random memory. Let's have a look what we've got here. So RAM, we have a couple of 4GB sticks. Okay, 8 gigs. I mean, if you're building a retro PC, 8GB of RAM is pretty good. PC. Oh yeah, DDR3. Okay, I will take that. And we've got some more in here. Different ones here. So we've got a 4GB DDR3 from Crucial, and we have a 1GB from Kingston. IO shields, a couple of SATA cables, power adapter, switches, fans, coolers. Oh, and some hopefully AMD cat. Okay, so we've got some AMD chip, which pins are okay. It's an FX chip from 2011. I am really good. My eyesight's going. FD4 4100. Okay, not bad chip. And we have got an Intel Core i3 4130, 3.4 gigahertz. Again, actually, they're not bad. I mean, they're not the fastest chips in the world. But if you're trying to build trying to build a retro system, these parts will do okay. And at only 20 quid for the lot, I'm quite happy with that. Because actually, even if I just needed a graphics card to throw into a system for testing, I've got a few things here that are quite cool. Now, what's this? No, it's definitely not a power supply. I seem to have a lot of exactly the same thing here. Don't know what it is. These extension cards. Okay, so these are PCIe extension cards. Okay. Why would you need a whole box of these? Why would you even need one of these in this day and age? But USB 3. I guess it's for who would be using this? Laptops? I don't even know what the purpose of one of these would be nowadays. I'm not that au fait with them. I've never had to use them. I've never had a project on a computer where I've gone, I really need to search in what this is, and I definitely wouldn't need this many power adapter cables and bits for it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 of these, so if anyone needs one, just let me know in the comments below and I'll send one out to you. But yeah, so there we go, 20 quid. Gives me a few little bits for my first starting project. So my first core video is going to be where I have a basic PC. The PCs I have bought, I have no idea on the specs. I have literally, all I've been told by them is they were working or have been working. And we're going to go basically explore what I got for that £20 and whether or not they could be used for anything in the future. I have no idea what operating systems they've got, whether they're going to be wiped to a Windows 10. They may not even have hard drives. They may have old operating like Windows XP, which would be really interesting to explore some of those old systems. But yeah, join me on those journeys in the coming weeks, and I've got other retro tech that we're going to be trying to use in modern day life. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.